Starting lineups for Suburban are number 1, Ellie Lancaster, number 30, Madison Harnish, number 33, Megan Chason, 37, Gracie Summers, number 39, Mackenzie Walsh, number 40, Grace Longley, number 44, Olivia Cruz-Runez, number 47, Olivia Jack, number 58, Bailey Hatcher, number 59, Maddie Blinn, and number 78, Emma Ty. For Winsloe Charlottetown, in goal, Nicole McGuinness, number 3, Kate Campbell, number 7, Tessa Dodds, number 9, Lydia Hamill, number 10, Sarah Eden, number 12, Cassandra Chang-Wei, number 13, Emily Lapine, number 14, Tiffany Bordage, number 16, Olivia Cummings, number 21, Caitlin McCluskey, and number 22, Kina Azuma. Our referee crew, Dan Blanchette, Mo Aldigal, Ryan Rogers, and Emma Blanchette.
Well, welcome everybody here to the BMO Centre for this Maritime Super Series game between the Suburban FC women and the Winsloe Charlotte Royals. And I'm Steve Harris. I'm here with Bob Hathaway. We'll be bringing you the action today, and it should be a good game.
Yeah, good morning, Steve. It's great to be here. We were treated to some excellent soccer yesterday, and looking forward to a similar match today. The PEI team has their hands full with the quality of the Suburban team, but looking forward to seeing how they handle that.
Big 4-0 win for Suburban yesterday over the Fredericton Reds, but the advantage that Winsloe will have is that they'll be fresh.
Yeah, first game for them, and just a fresh set of legs out there, and just get the pressure on, and away they go.
Suburban very strong in the centre of midfield yesterday, particularly with Longley, it's looking and Harnish. Longley there, over to Hatcher, I believe. Summers on this left-hand side. That's snuffed out pretty quickly by number 12, Cassandra Nachgwini. Oh, somebody lost something. I think it's a mask.
I think you're right.
Cruz-Wanos with the throw. Comes inside to Longley. It's a bit tight though. Winsloe win it. Played into the midfield. Good tackles going in. There's Hatcher. That'll run through to the keeper. Elliot Lancaster. PI keeper. Nicole McInnes. It's a decent drive out to the wing. Turning like that in the midfield is going to be difficult. Into the box it goes. Headed clear. Summers. Getting there first is the Suburban striker. Now a chance for a crack. And that one sails wide. Effort there.
So we have the PEI team moving from left to right on the field, and the wind is pretty much a crosswind, maybe supporting them a little bit in the first half. So we'll look to them to get the ball moving deep early and put some pressure on that back line if they can, with the wind somewhat supporting their play this half.
And it is pretty breezy out there. It's a cool day.
Yeah, not your mid-June Fredericton day typically, but good soccer playing weather, because when they played down in Nova Scotia, the weather was blistering hot for them, and the players struggled with that.
Ooh, dangerous. Dangerous ball in the midfield. You got to be careful in there.
Yeah, that's a bad place to have a turnover in the attacking third.
Down the wing. Oh, it's a decent cross. Keeper decides to punch. It's a pretty good one, though. It's the edge of the area, but they've got to finish the clearance. Krizwanos down the line to Summers, and that ball's gone out of bounds. And a goal kick.
Yeah, useful cross into the area, but very definitive play by the keeper, just getting that away from the danger zone. Those punches up high and away, just careening the ball along, gives the defenders an opportunity to get underneath of it. So well done by the keeper.
She had a lot of company, so catching it probably wasn't the best option.
No, and I think it was out of her reach too. I think that was a good decision.
Plays it short into Uke. Oh, nice turn, but snuffed out. Summers tried to play it through to Longley. Winsloe win it back. Oh, nice touch on the outside. Got a little bit of space, over the top it goes, but it's... Oh, good toe in there. Lepine.
There you go.
Cross. Oh! Sticking out a leg. Putting it away from the corner.
Yeah, that's that quick counterattack that we talked about just at the beginning, and that low ball across. I think if it would have had just a little more pace on it, it might have found its way to the attacking player.
Sarah Eden's going to take the resulting corner. Swinging in right-footed against the wind. Driven in. It's flicked back. And there's a shot. I think that's in the side netting.
Little short corner with a flick to the back post. It was a good set piece.
Keeper plays it short. Harnish. Oh, that's Chasson. Lynn. Now Campbell. Goes back to the keeper. Back out it goes. Bit of space now. Can she pick out a forward? Oh, she has. Over the top. Find some space. Cross into the box. Good safe hands of Elliot Lancaster.
You start to see the way that PEI wants to develop their attack, which is from the wings with the ball coming in.
Twice they've got the wingers in behind.
Yeah, finding some space out there.
Hatcher. Driven down the line towards Krizwanos, but it's a little heavy. Now Changui with the throw. Back to Hamill. And out it goes. To the back. Let's see if they can get this ball over the top again, perhaps. Driven him, it's cut out that time. By Emma Ty. Came on at half time yesterday, played the whole second half. Gets the start today. Long throw down the line. And cleared by Chasson. I think it's a throw-in.
I think it's a throw-in. Yeah, Dan signaled for a throw.
It's just like the old days when you got to go collect the ball yourself. I think we do have some ball people, boys and girls around, but not as many as typically we have.
Saturday in June, there's probably a lot going on with the FDSA, I suspect, today. Tying a lot of those kids up.
Back to Hamill. The Changuini. Turned over though. Here's Summers. Gonna go one-on-one. Push and go. Good defending though. Not getting any change out of Hamill this time. Griswanos into Summers. Gets it back. Bit of space for Jack at the top of the box. Longley, there's a chance for a crack. Gets good wood on it, but it's always rising and not troubling the keeper. That's a Suburban player Jack's shirt. That's a poor excuse for number 7. I'm just going to put it out there. Whole game yesterday I was looking for number 41 on the game sheet and I couldn't find it. And on the on the Reds men's team, I don't know if they ran out of numbered shirts or something, but one guy, come on, he had massive 7 taped on the back of his shirt, just like the old days when you get two shirts the same number. You got to make something different. Got to tape a 1 on it. Drew the short straw. Tiffany Bordage there, forcing the defensive header out of bounds. The Royals with the throw-in. Back it goes to Hamill. Blasts it across the field. It's going to be a tough one, but she's got onto it. Not sure who the last touch was there. They're both trying to keep it in, so I don't think they're sure, but she does a good job to just keep it in. Good hustle back. No foul there. Walsh. Lynn. Lancaster. Trying to work it out the back. There's Jack. Very comfortable with the ball at the back. Now they're in a bit of trouble, but she does well. Gets out of there. Finds Longley. Harnish. And now Hatcher. Hatcher again. Chasson. Blinn. And Ty. Switched it from side to side. That's Provo. Think. Battling her way through. Jack just gets a toe on it. Retains possession. Summers. Ball over the top. And it comes to nothing.
Well, that was some positive work from the back, though. They showed a lot of patience. Bringing the ball out of the back and no panic as far as when the ball was coming into some tight areas. Just playing simple one-touch, two-touch soccer, and they were able to march the ball up the field.
They're very comfortable with the ball. We saw that yesterday. No rush to get it forward. Just going to wait for their opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Summers. Good saving tackle by Caitlin McCloskey. Oh, I thought that would be a corner, but...
No, I think it skimmed off the Suburban attacker at the time. But I think the difference that you notice in the first 10 minutes or so is just the pace at which the passes are coming out. You know, it's 1- and 2-touch soccer. and versus 2 and 3 touch soccer, and that time difference is what is allowing Suburban to move forward into good positions.
They seem like a very cohesive team, like they've played together a lot. They just seem to have that shape about them. Here's Harnish. Down the line for Longley. And still in play. Oh, there's looks like a suspicion of a foul. James doing well there. Defense for the Royals.
Yeah, down in that corner, the assistant referee over there is well positioned to give the center referee the help that he needed there on that play.
Suburban will build it up again. And the PI squad is quite happy at times to just allow them to have that ball in the defensive line. Not putting much pressure. But they have won it back as soon as it goes forward. The Changuini. Gui. Chance to clear. Possession is turned over. Hatcher. Chasson. Harnish. Down the line. It's a good ball too. Force the defender to put it out. Walsh. Royals win it back with Eden. It's a more direct game from Winsloe.
Yeah, I think
Got
that's
some pace too. So
and finding some of those balls up the wing over the top, and they're having more success going over than they are trying to go through because they've got a lot of pace out there on the wings.
game of patience though when Suburban get the ball because it's a while before it comes back. Hatcher down the line. Griswold gives chase.
Well, good defending there. Shielding the ball nicely.
Well kept in. James plays it back. Gets it back again. Stepping into the challenge. Good defense. But the Royals have come up with it. Ooh, that's where they're dangerous, but that pass wasn't quite on the money. Summers. Tackle by Blinn. And all the way back by Eden. McInnes goes out wide. It's an accurate kick, but I'm not sure what the defender's going to do with it. Really, so just hopefully control it and.
Yeah, if she has a bobble on her touch there, there's a defender right on top of her, and that it's really relying on her to do a good quality first touch with that ball.
And that's gone out, so that'll be a Suburban throw. Walsh has it. Plays it into Harnish. She's crowded out quickly though. Walsh gets it back. There's a tackle. And a goal kick.
Looks to be.
Emily Lepine there coming back from her offensive position to do a little work in the trenches. Sporting the fluorescent pink boots. 17 gone. Neither keeper really called into much action yet.
No, just had that one cross that was dealt with well by the PEI keeper, and couple of opportunities at the Suburban end, but at the end of it, nothing really a direct strike on either net that's forced the keeper into a good save.
It's the middle of June, and a couple of the spectators have brought blankets with them. What's going on?
Yeah,
it was warm yesterday.
Yeah, and the breeze has a little bite to it as well over there on the stands. They're not very well protected there.
Good interception. Nobody forward, though. Nobody to really release that to. That's going to be the issue. Nobody in front of number 14, Tiffany Bordage. Chris Wanos plays it to Summers. Longley got one goal yesterday. Forced back to Chris Wanos. Back to Longley. Suspicion of offside.
Yeah, she was just standing still there, and that's going to be offside all day long.
She's so close to the goal line, you think it's got to be offside, even as soon as the ball's played.
Yeah, you make a good point about the shape of the PEI team and how they've really got all 11 players behind the ball. So when there is a turnover, it doesn't. Everybody's very compact, and it's not giving the defenders a lot of options to bypass the midfield. And I think that's where they're going to find some opportunity.
Need to have at least one target up front. Oh, there's an opportunity, though.
Yeah.
Couldn't slide the pass by Chasson, though. You need the big target woman up there.
Yeah.
Hold on to it for a couple of seconds until the team gets its shape back.
Yeah, it's a real art form to be able to play with your back to the net that you're trying to score on, but you know, a strong number 9 up there that can get the ball and then distribute it wide. You've got to have that person there, and at this point the back four are just moving the ball pretty freely from one side to the other, and may very well be the game plan. Look for the quick turnover opportunity.
Harnish, a bit of space, he's going to take it, slides a lovely ball through, but it's just a little too heavy for Chris Wanos to keep in. We'll have the guys match up later this afternoon. Same two teams, or same two clubs, I should say. Suburban, an impressive 2-0 win yesterday over the Reds, and what was really a cracking game.
Yeah, the development of this series has been a good opportunity for these young athletes to have some good competition outside of the province, because they're going to see different teams from different regions when they move on to more regional or national tournaments, and playing the same teams over and over again, you lose sight of what some of the different styles of play are. So
I think also, like, building these weekends up, it gives them a little extra emphasis. Like, all the teams have got full benches, probably got their the full squads out, so it elevates the standard. Again, not much in the way of options there. There's a good chance for a good tackle, but Hatcher was in too quickly. Summers running into a defender there. Azuma. That's a good battle.
Good work, center back there. She did a great job of turning and finding that outlet pass.
Now, if PI can make a couple more passes here, they'll... Oh, it's a through ball. She's got some speed. It's going to be close. Keeper gets there first. Good keeping. Here's Lepine. She's got some pace, but Walsh has done very well. Gets a foot in, but Lepine's still on her feet. Gets the cross. Oh, that was... I like the disguise on that pass, but Jason wasn't buying it. But the turnover. Harnish just able to keep possession there. Campbell heads it out towards the sideline. Is able to keep it in. Lepine wins the free kick.
Yeah, Cummings out on that wing for PEI has really shown some pretty solid pace, and the goalkeeper Lancaster had to be sure and be very positive on that through ball, because initially it didn't look like much was coming of it, and then the next thing you knew, Cummings was through, and the keeper did well to come out to almost the 40-yard line to clear that ball.
And if she'd been one step slower, they might be playing with 10 now.
Yes, yeah.
And it could be 1-0. Hatcher goes back. And here she is with the ball. Playing left back, but she's right-footed.
Yeah, that ball shape is always going to be difficult for the winger to control when it's coming with that kind of spin on it.
We'd like to thank our sponsors for the Maritime Super Series in Fredericton, Pickering's Brewery, Unity Reds Events, Coastal Graphics, Max Health, Trevor Thurra at the Right Choice Realty, and Aurora Productions. Barbecue's open.
McInnes knocks it forward.
Cold beer is available. The ticket also gets you 2-for-1 beer today on game day at the Pickering's Roundhouse.
Blinn. To Campbell. All the way back to Blinn again. She's in trouble. Can't hang around in there. Longley trying to win it back for Suburban. But Chenang Gwyn there to save it. Handball called. Used to be able to get away with those. Everything was accidental.
And the handball law, I think, changes a little bit every year. There were more changes again this year around the play up around your shoulder, and so I think there's still some confusion around the application of the handball rule.
Back in the day, it had to be intentional, right? So every time it hit you on the arm, it was like, "Is that an accident, ref?" Like,
yeah.
How could I avoid that?
It was always an accident, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It was always an accident. Even when you were saving one on the goal line. It's a reflex. Here's Harnish. Chipped into the corner for Krizwanos. Takes it down nicely. Pass isn't... It's cut out by McCloskey, but Harnish wins it back. I think that's given a throw-in. I thought he whistled there. I thought he might have been calling a free kick.
Mm-hmm.
Hatcher wins it. Krizwanos plays it back. Chasson. Across to Blinn. Ty. Now Walsh. Back to Ty. Inside it goes. Snuffed out though by the Royals. Here's Lepine. To feet. Ooh, it's a bit light. Blinn's in there sharply though. Nice ball out to the wing. Gets it back. Summers is going to put a little bit of pressure on. James. And cleared by McInnes. But a strong header from the central defender. Now a chance for Bordage. Trying to squeeze it through in the...
That ball just needed a little more pace on it. I think that the run was very good. I think if it gets in behind the defender, that's a lot of trouble for the Suburban team.
Here's Walsh. In behind. Chance for Longley. Good defensive play there by Gnui. I've said the name about 7 or 8 times. I don't know if I've got the pronunciation right yet.
Yeah.
I'll keep working on it.
Number 12.
Number 12.
Yeah. Well, this is our first set piece that we've got. No, I'm sorry. We had a corner on the other end. So first set piece for Suburban. And they've got a little bit of a riding wind here. So let's see how they manage this with an in-swinging corner.
Looks like PI playing zone defense. It's up in the air. Headed clear by Lapine to the edge of the box for good shot by Olivia Jack.
I think the keeper had the top of the net covered in that spot, but good dig from about 25 yards there.
Driven in towards half. Lapine battling for it. She comes up with it. Beats one player. Finds a teammate. Gets it back. Now out to the wing. The Changnui. Over towards Lapine. She has got the pace. Blocks that with the chest. Tries to get the cross in. But it's out of bounds. Suburban likely tried to build this out of the back. PI just dropping off. The PI squad. Winsloe Royals. Ty. To Blinn. And across to Chason. And she's got Hatcher on this near side. Who she finds. Good touch down the line. Looking for options. Come back on the right foot. Harnish. Gets it back. Chason.
They've got all 11 players inside, not only inside their own half, but they're now dropped inside the 45-yard line.
Over the top he goes. Walsh is giving chase. Looks a little bit like the England-Malta game yesterday.
Is that the way it was? What?
It's kind of funny. You're like, why are these teams playing? I know, but it's 3-0 to England with 10 minutes left, and the Malta goalkeeper's wasting time.
Yeah, just he's had enough.
3-0.
Yeah.
Here's Blinn for the Royals. Driven out to the left-hand side. Oh, it's coughed up. Walsh has a chance to run now. Passes into Sommers. Chance to get the shot away. Has a go, and it's in!
Yeah.
Just in the corner. Keeper had a great effort to try to save it. Got a hand on it, but couldn't keep it out.
So that's what we talked about earlier on those turnovers in the when you're in your defending third, and puts a lot of pressure on that defender to have the ball come to their feet with a really solid first touch. And then it was literally 2 passes, and that was a really nice first touch by the goal scorer because she set the ball right on a tee for herself.
Somers. Yeah, it's like, it's tight, right? And when the ball's coming 40, 50 yards across field, it gives the defender a chance to close you down. They're just hoping you have it doesn't necessarily have to be a particularly bad touch.
You know, and the other issue, too, is the ball's going into the wind, so it's going to float a little bit, and it's just going to not have the pace to get there as quickly if it was coming from the players left to right as opposed to going across into that wind right to left. So let's see if a goal for the Suburban team changes the tactics a little bit for the PEI Winsloe team.
Will they push on a little bit more now? Still early, so lots of time. So maybe they won't change too much just yet. Chase on for Suburban. Gets her head out. And Longley, and then gets back to Blinn. And then Ty to Walsh. Back to Ty. Across to Blinn. Into Harnish. Ty now. Pass cut out by Lepine. Longley. Suburban do an excellent job of keeping possession. Now they've got a little bit of space to work with. Just one us though, a little heavy touch. Gave it away, but Harnish wins it back. That's Chasant, Harnish. So comfortable on the ball. Walsh.
The defending strategy, though, is solid because it's, other than that turnover, they've really done a nice job in making sure that nothing too dangerous happens through the regular run of play.
Winsloe win it back. Blinn. Gets it back. Eden, back to Blinn. Back to the keeper. Turned over in the midfield. Suspicion of a foul.
It's important for Lepine there when the ball is coming to her that she continue to move into get the ball. The defender she stopped to receive it and the defender just stepped around her, and then the resultant play of that is this free kick that is set up. I think we're going to see a strike here.
Yep.
Nobody's really set up to receive any kind of a...
More than 10 yards, look. You can tell by the lines.
Yeah.
I'd be complaining. Longley. She hit it. It was kind of funny yesterday in the men's game. One of the assistant officials came onto the field to measure out the 10 yards for the wall that was already set up, and he came up a yard short of the wall and moved them forward, which I've never seen before.
No, that's a new one for me as well.
And I actually think he was probably closer to 7 yards than 10. He must have small strides.
Yes.
But if you're a defensive wall and you're setting up 11 yards from the ball, somebody's been teaching you wrong.
One of the things about a field like this that has the football lines on it is it's really pretty straightforward to set up a 10-yard wall. I get that there are angles, but they're not that severe.
No, you don't have to get your protractor out. Some of the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the two squares. We'll get some trigonometry going and get this 10 yards exact. Decent kick over half. Nobody be able to keep that in, though. Even Tranguinui. Because one us has the ball in their hands. Down the line it goes towards Sommers. She can't do much with it, though, so Blinn collects. Under a little bit of pressure from Longley. Back to McInnes. She finds James. Oh, James has coughed it up. Jack down the line. No offside. Good save by the keeper.
Very good.
Tight angle.
She had that near post covered really great, though. Yeah.
It's a save you'd expect her to make, but she made it, so it's all good. Jack. All the way across to Hatcher. Chason. Jack. Partially defended. Walsh wins it back. Oh, a nice ball through for Somers. Couldn't keep it though. Under a bit of pressure from the Royals defense. It's another high one. Since those two breaks early on that Winsloe managed to manufacture, we haven't really seen another ball over the top that's been successful. So I don't know if they just haven't had the opportunity or if Suburban have made the adjustment.
Well, maybe it's making the adjustment that's taking away the opportunity, I think, to a certain extent as well. But they've been caught in possession a couple of times like this, and that's that turnover in the defending third again that has put the defenders on their back foot, right?
Longley gets the cross in. McInnes collects. That's what's made it difficult to this point. Created most of the offense for Suburban. That's a better kick. It's going to be difficult. She's under some pressure. Chason did well though. And getting flustered. Stepping inside is Walsh. Down the line, James gets a toe on it, but only flicks it as far as Longley. Longley has a strike, but it's always high and rising.
I just received a text message from my daughter, who is on a holiday with a number of the people that will be playing in this tournament. Olivia Crow would likely be on the field right now for Suburban in the event that she was here, but they're enjoying a summer holiday with a number of the gals that play UNB soccer together. So, but it's good to see them online watching from wherever they are. So, welcome to the broadcast.
You don't know where they are?
I'm just not going to say.
Here's Winsloe coming forward with Eden. Back she goes though. Struggling to get out of their own half. Now they do. Down the line it goes. And they win the throw-in. Campbell over there. Campbell has the throw. Looking for some movement. It's a decent throw into the box, but Chason, as she typically is, there first. Harnish loses out. Chason clears, puts a foot through it. Somers gives chase. Has a chance now to go one-on-one with Campbell. Puts it down the line, but it's going to roll through to the keeper. We've got about 5 minutes left in the first half. See if Winsloe can get back on level terms. Driven forward towards Cummings, but she can't corral it.
Yeah, continuing to come for the ball, I think, is just a piece that's missing a bit for some of those longer balls that are coming through, and the Suburban defenders are just finding a way to just step around the attacker, and then the ball's right back in their defending third.
I mean, it's basics, right? It's two things. One, it's being in the right position to be able to intercept that ball as it's played forward, and secondly, it's just being ready and going for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's why you often see some defenders that are well up there in age, but still extremely effective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, their ability to anticipate what the play is going to do even before it happens, I think, is
being in that right position like all the time, right? Like you see, looking at these guys, we should be able to take advantage of that guy. He's like 95 years old.
Yeah.
But, you know.
And then at the end of the day, you can't get around him.
Player of the game.
Yes.
You know? I remember the big rivalry that was in Fredericton there for a while. That's down the line. Bourdage giving chase. Hatcher gets there first. PI win it back, though. Here's Bordage. There's a chance. Lepine has another go. Good defending. Scrambling around a little bit, though. Royals down the line. Bordage again. Gets it back. But it's cleared by Hatcher.
You know, back to that Lepine effort that was there that was blocked, one of the things that you could see from that is she was thinking about where she wanted that ball to go. She just wasn't going to step into it and hammer it. And that's a goal scorer's mentality for sure, to be able to just side foot that in where she wants. And it was just good defending by Suburban, but very thoughtful play by her on that effort.
Work something, and it goes to Lepine. Gets it back, and Chwigwinwi. Lepine, probably been the most dangerous player for a PEI so far. The PEI squad, I should say. A little better though from Winsloe.
Yeah, that's we're seeing them use those flanks again. That's how they found their way into the attacking third. There was coming up that right side, so. I think they'll have that conversation at halftime with the coaching staff and work their way up those wings, because that seems to be where they're having some success. That central defensive and holding midfield trio that's there with Suburban are snuffing things out as they try and come through the middle.
Jason. To Blinn. Now Ty. Back to Blinn. All the way across to Hatcher. Harnish. Through ball, it's a good one.
Good goaltending there.
Goalkeeper's alert to it. A good goalkeeper that's, you know, that alert and attentive, like both these goalkeepers are, takes a lot of pressure off the defense.
Yeah, they're really becoming, you know, not only an important part of the keeping the ball out of the net, but they're just an important part of the overall defensive unit. Lots of communication and good passing like that, and now they're able to just move the ball ahead, although a giveaway there.
Blinn, right place, right time. Lepine, I should say. She's down. Looks like they're hurt. Got hurt there. Harnish. Right through to Summers. Into time added on here. The end of the first half.
I haven't seen a signal from the assistant, but the match referee looks to be looking to his watch, so...
We don't have the big board.
No.
That's one of the highlights of the university games here, when the fourth official makes his big moment. We had when we went down to UMBSJ, because this turf was under repair there one year, and it was pouring down with rain. There was nobody in the stands, and the fourth official made a great big gesture of holding up the board and showing it to all three sides of the stands, and he hadn't turned it on. Moment of some levity for the commentators on that occasion. We built it up to, like, here he comes, like, is it going to be a 2 or is it going to be a 3?
I imagine Ray would have had something to say about that.
You had one job. Over the top, Jason, and then now Jack, across to Ty, and that is half time. So 1-0 to Suburban, goal by Gracie Summers.
Good solid first half by Suburban. They moved the ball with confidence around the back line, and then really the only time that the PEI team found themselves on the back foot was when they turned the ball over. So, full credit to PEI for the strategy that they're playing. They're going to absorb the pressure and then look to counter. Had some chances on the counter early in the first half, and then we'll see how they may modify the way they're going to approach the second half, or if they're going to continue to work their way up the flanks.
Yeah. We'll be back in 15 to bring you the second half.
Coming into the game for Winsloe Charlottetown, Wendy Dazi, Maddie Fisher, and Carrie Doherty. Into the game for Suburban, Idara Akpan, Maeve Williams, and Jamie Lynn Provo.
Welcome back. Getting ready to start the second half here. So we do have a few subs in. I don't know if you caught that from the PA system, but in for Suburban is Akpan, Williams, and Provo. And in for the Royals are Daisy, Maddie Fisher, and Carrie Doherty.
Yeah, welcome back to the second half, everybody. And still have a pretty fresh breeze that's blowing from the keeper, the Suburban keepers left to right, and away we go for the start of the second half.
Went out on the field there at halftime, kicked the ball around a little bit. The granddaughter avoided injury, so it's all good.
I was saying to your son that there's a chance that you'll be on the sofa with your knee on ice if you kept that up. It looks like maybe a bit of a shape change as well. The Suburban team seems to have started the structure with 3 in the back. So a 3-5-2 maybe.
Jack on it, plays in Harnish. Ball down the line for Longley. First touch is decent, just glances it by the far post. Not sure if it was a shot. Assume it was.
Well, if it would have went in, it would have been a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little different. They've got a little different shape there, I think, Steve, for
and
maybe number 30 is just slotting in behind. Harnish is just slotting in behind the 2 center forwards.
And Krasnowski was playing on this side of the field in the first half, and she's back on. Well, she's more central now because the ball's on the far side, but she's playing on this side of the field again. So she's She's effectively switched sides without switching sides.
Mm-hmm.
If you're following along at home.
Well, let's see if the PEI team keeps working their way up the flanks and gives themselves some opportunity for to get one back and get back on level terms.
Kraswanas. Longley. Showed too much of that. She's kept it in though. Oh, and then just overran it at the end. McInnes with the goal kick. Get a bit of shape. Bangs it out wide. It's an easy ball for the midfielders to deal with, though, if you're a Suburban player. Now it's given away. Now Harnish. Lays it back. Jack. Kraswanas. Regroups. Gets it back. Harnish tried to play her in first time. Royals come away with it. Harnish is hustling back though. She's done enough to force the turnover. Jack goes all the way back to Chesson. And across to Blinn, or Hatcher. Boudard's putting a bit of pressure on there. And the Changui letting it, allows it to run through to the keeper. It's a high kick over half. Won by Suburban. Now Harnish.
She's through.
In that advanced roll to Longley. I don't know if she's going to be able to keep that in.
I like the choice going left there. Jamie Lynn Provo looked like she had a step on the defender, and rolling that ball through was the easier play of the 2 options that the central attacker had. But notice how their 2 center forwards are playing so wide away from each other.
Interesting. James. Oh, coughed it up. Not the player you want to cough it up to either. Harnish. But she's done enough to recover. PI struggling here. Get the ball out of their own third. Royals keeper, Nicole McInnes. Just rolls it out. James. Not sure why she would go back there. She's not under any pressure. Royals trying to move it up. Throw in at half. There's a couple of balls on the field there, that was the issue. Down the line. Somers battling for it. Does well to protect the ball there, wins the free kick. Williams. There's one us left her a bit short. Longley keeps it in though. Williams. Chasson. Now Longley again. It's a good tackle. No nonsense play from Cummings. Then Daisy. Oh, I was given the free kick. Free kick has gone against Winsloe.
Yeah, she obstructed her ability to move forward with the ball after the tackle right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Needs to sell the I couldn't get out of the way a little bit more. On that one.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful play by Longley. Has a chance now to get to the byline. Good recovery speed from the Winsloe player, Carrie Doherty. Doherty. Daisy. Ah. Couldn't quite keep it in. The midfield scrap right now. Chasson. Now it's given away. Jack can win it back, but it's a good foot in there by Fisher. Daisy. To Fisher. Back to the keeper. Goes long. She seems to get under those kicks a little bit. Probably get more distance if she could just drive it a little bit more. That's a good looking through ball, but cut out. Good idea. Didn't quite execute. Doherty. Goes down the line.
A bit of a scrappy start in the midfield to the second half, and I think they'll find they've got a lot more space if they just get the ball wide again like they had in the first half. I don't know how the three defender setup might change that for them. One would think it would help give them more space down there, but see how they make out playing the ball out of the back here.
Another good tackle. McCloskey that time. Eden. All the way back and across to James. Cummings turns it over. Weight of numbers there working in Suburban's favour. Krzwanos. Provo there down the line. But the flag is up. James will take it. Goes back. McInnes knocks it wide. Changnui keeps it in. They go back to the keeper again. Drives it into the midfield, but it's picked off. Yeah, a bit of a hard tackle there. Now Longley. James comes across, snuffs out the danger. Longley wins it back though. Ball's still in. Wins the throw in for Suburban. Harnish. Williams. To number 6. Akpan. Chesson. Priswanos. Longley does the sensible thing. Suburban starting to impose themselves on the game again here. Akpan. Now Campbell. Chesson steps in. James. Cummings. Driven in. But harmless. Good tackle.
Yeah, she's done very well out there for really the entire game. Solid defending back there.
Who is that, Bob? I just want to see if you can say the name.
Lichanwi.
Yes, I think you got it. Oh, it's a good ball through. Provo. Yeah, it's just running away from her just a little bit.
Yeah, when all your momentum's going that way, it's just so hard to get your foot across the ball to get that diagonally back.
Especially on turf. Like on the grass, it's going to hold up a little bit more, and you might be more prepared to go down swinging. You know, come up with most of your legs still intact. Blinn.
That's that turnover
again.
again.
It's a tough one. Keeper just did enough. And kept it in. I thought actually it was going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, she did well, just recognizing the keeper was off of her line there, and nicely done. That was where from just out from 41 yards.
Punted up there, headed on by Cummins. Daisy. Gonna have a go herself. Little Maisie through. Left-footed shot. Keeper gets a save. Good effort. Good work there by Daisy.
I kept waiting for her to play a through ball, and I think the other team was doing the same as well. And she played very nicely with the ball at her feet there and got a nice strike away. That's the first good opportunity of the second half for either side.
Suburban bringing it forward again. Slowly working their way upfield. Down the line it goes to Longley. Doherty. Oh, flag is up.
She knew she was off, and then she gave up on the play. And I think she was expecting the assistant was going to raise his flag, but he's not planning to raise his flag until she influences the play. Got a sub, I think, coming in, Steve.
Yep, number 7. So Cummings is out.
Dodds is coming in.
Into the game for Winsloe is number 7, Tessa Dodds, replacing number 16, Olivia
James. Back to the keeper. Harnish. Eden. Passes to nobody in particular though. Hatcher. Chasson. Jack. It's a good tackle by Eden. And a decent pass this time. Hamill. Put her under some pressure there. Did well to recover.
Recovered nicely though.
Important, very important block. Down the line to Daisy. Crossed in. Over everybody's head. And that will run out of bounds. It was a bit like a rush of blood to the defender's head there when she get forward.
Mm-hmm.
The ball came somewhere close to the net and just thought, I'm going to have a go. I'm going to have
And then went out for a throw.
Yes. Across come shot.
You know, the wind's not letting up any, Steve. In fact, I can hear it starting to whistle through the TV booth. So I think the conditions are starting to pick up. And when you look across the river, you can see looks like a spot of rain over there.
It's coming in.
Yeah. Not sure if it's coming this way, but it's definitely on the north side. There's they're getting wet over there.
Between the girls' game and the guys' game, I think I'm going to go in the car and run the engine a little warm up.
Yeah.
It's the middle of June. Pretty sure it is. Oh, won back by the Islanders. Eden. Nice turn inside. Oh, it was a good ball, but just Dodds wasn't on the same page. Suburban, a bit of pressure. Kozwanos. Williams. Hatcher. Akban. Maeve Williams. Nice ball into feet for Harnish. Gets turned. This is dangerous. Ball over the top. Somers. Shot. Just past the post.
Yeah, it's a good run of play there, and a nice penetrating long ball that just out of the reach of the defender. The defender brought it down, or the attacker brought it down well, and had some options. The strike was on, but she had 2 or 3 players that were coming in behind her that may have had a better opportunity. But you never criticize a striker for wanting to take a run at goal.
James plays it forward. Dodds wins it back. Nice ball to Daisy.
She needs some help. There it is.
Right-footed. Couldn't quite pick out the striker. Bravo. Hamill. For Winsloe. Hatcher wins that, but it's won back by Fisher. Now Hamill again. Williams heads clear. Strong header. Chasson to Hatcher. Just overran it though, and quickly into the tackle was Nachangui. Akpan plays it back to Hatcher, and Chasson will clear. Islanders win it back though. Oh, it's a good ball. Go down.
Oh, she's...
Looks like it's the PK, no? Get VAR.
Let's have a look
out.
on this.
It looked like the keeper got a piece of her. I mean, the ball was running out of bounds and was pretty. The play was pretty much gone, but that doesn't seem to matter these days.
That was a useful bit of play, though. Very good. And a great run coming across the back line in behind those defenders. They weren't expecting that. And
difficult to pick up.
Yep.
Daisy. She's been a handful since she's come on.
She sure has. And I think the three in the back has given them a little more of an opportunity there as well.
Dodge back to Daisy. One-on-one with Williams. Williams turns her back. Oh, Daisy's gone around her, though. Chance shot. Jason heads clear right in front of the goalkeeper. Winsloe putting some pressure on their best spell in the game.
Got away with a little tug there as well. Williams did.
As defenders are wont to do in those situations. Oh, right on top of the goalie. Oh, it's a beautiful corner.
Yeah.
Just needed someone.
Someone on that back post. We got a sub coming in now, Steve.
It's number 39, Mackenzie Walsh, coming back into the game. And that's Griswanos coming out. Jack. Here we go. Daisy with the ball. Akpan picks it up in the midfield. Plays to Jack, down the line. To Walsh, now Longley. But we've seen how fast Doherty is. She's tough to get past. Harnish. Plays the 1-2. Tries to get it back to the midfielder, but can't do it. Now it's cut out by Winsloe, and here goes Bordage for Winslow. Just waiting for that pass, waiting for the right moment to slip it. Hatcher did a good job in making sure she delayed it. And McCloskey wins the throw-in. The Changnui with it. Looks like it's going in long-ish. To Bordage, flicked on. Harnish gets it clear. The Chuangui gets it back. Tries the long one. Shot just over the bar. Don't think it would have troubled the keeper had it been on target. But we're seeing more and more shots here from Winslow.
Yeah, they've certainly picked it up in the second half. They're not hanging back as much. You see the, it's not the 11 players behind the ball like it was in the first half, and that's a some very positive play out of them. I would say in the first, really we played, I guess a little over 20 minutes of this half, and they've done a very nice job in pressing the play, which is great.
Eden gives up the foul there on Jack. Williams. Across to Chesson. Harnish lets it go. Didn't quite come off though. Eden. Down the wing for Daisy. Too much. And the ball runs out of play. Lancaster with the goal kick. I'm guessing she's going short. And she does. Chesson gives it back to the keeper. Over to Williams. Harnish. Akpan, but it's turned over. Chance for the Winsloe to get forward. But Chason gets a foot in on Fisher, but Fisher's now won it back. Hamill. Bordage. Turns it over. Provo. Akpan. Jack, and now Harnish. Suburban get it back under control and have a chance to move it forward.
Where they've been finding themselves in trouble, though, is just like what was happening with PEI in the first half. In their own defending third, losing their possession.
Akpan. Pushed out now, Bordage. Daisy.
Oop.
Whoops. Misplay there.
Was of two minds, I think, there. I think she was thinking the long ball and changed her mind a little too late. Just bobbled off her toe.
And all the way back it goes. Doherty's an extremely good athlete in this left back spot.
Yeah,
she's that's come on, and Longley's having a real tough time. She's got the moves, but the recovery speed of Doherty has been excellent so far and snuffed everything out down this right-hand side. Here's Longley again. Cuts inside this time. Left-footed over the top. And Chuangui did well to keep that out. Very important interception. And free kick.
Yeah, speed can certainly be the great equalizer when it comes to defending.
Hamill. Chuangui. Fisher. Doesn't see much on forward, so she goes back, goes all the way across to Jack. But Jack's at acres of space, so they have a chance now to get into a forward attacking position. Doherty. Drives it in towards Bordage, but it's over her head. Jack recovers. Now Walsh for Suburban. Tidies it up, goes back to Williams. Bordage is in quickly, though.
It's good to see Mackenzie Walsh out there playing. She's one of the UMB players that's struggled with injury over the last couple of years, and I know she's looking forward to getting on the pitch this fall with the UMB Reds.
Hamill hoists one up. Chason heads it back. Jack helps it on. Harnish. Longley. Doherty's coming back. Longley cuts inside. Fisher came across. And nothing doing.
Yeah, there was that recovery speed again from
Doherty.
From Doherty, yeah.
When you take a shot and the goalkeeper just collects it with her foot.
Like I was looking at that replay thinking that wouldn't be the way I would coach the keeper to manage those. When you get a chance to get your hands on the ball, get your hands on the ball.
Flick on. Cut out by Hamill. Chason. For Provo. Provo versus Hamill. Hamill gets the toe in. Surprisingly, there's nobody in that big hole there in the midfield. Williams. Walsh. Looking, probing, looking for a weakness. Cut out by Doherty. Walsh. Touched inside for Harnish. Hatcher. Down the line goes Somers. but that attack is snuffed out. Hamill again. Eden. Jack. Slides it through for Doherty. This is a chance for her to use her pace going forward. Walsh is quick too, though. Doherty ends up with the throw. Way down in the Suburban half. Daisy. Cross comes in. Flicked on. But gathered by the Suburban defence. Jack. First to the clearance. Harnish. Now Longley has a chance. Doherty's still way back. Nice ball in to Provo. But coming across was Hamill. Makes the tackle.
Out for a throw-in, I think, yes.
Yeah. 15 minutes left in this one.
Yeah, it's been a more spirited second half, but a little more positive play out of the PEI team that has kept the play fairly even. In fact, if anything, I would say that they've carried most of the play in the second half, so maybe they'll be rewarded with the opportunity to bring it on level terms.
They've got the more dangerous side in the second half for sure. Somers collects that, but Chwangwi wins it back. Fisher knocks it out of bounds. Throw in for Suburban. Bordage. McCloskey. Hamill. Tried to sneak past Provo. She wasn't having any of it.
Well, she's very tall, and that's going to be a hard thing to get by her with that with her reach that she has. Using the sideline as a defender to help her.
The Changui. Boudage. Hustled off it. The back heel didn't come off. Jack. James. Ball into the midfield, picked off. Hamill wins it back. Doherty. Down the line for Daisy. Oh, the Meg. Did she call it? Keeps it in. Wins the corner. I think there was a double deflection. It's gone out for a goal kick.
She makes those diagonal runs across there and gets some space in that on the wings, and she's been very good one-on-one against the Suburban defenders. Haven't figured out an answer for her yet. I think if she had a little more support coming into the center, give some more options there. The only problem with that is they're just so vulnerable to a quick counterattack.
Doherty plays it in to Fisher. Free kick. Little nudge in the back. Opportunity knocks. Wasn't much in that. Eden will take this.
Swinging in, but against the wind, so the ball's probably going to hang up a little bit, which will give the defenders a bit of an edge.
Disappointing.
Or, yeah, that, I'm not sure. I don't think that was a shot effort from out there.
Williams. Harnish. This is where it's a little dangerous, though. One slip in that final third. There's plenty of white shirts forward, which is in contrast to the first half. Walsh.
Yeah, they've definitely changed up their tactics in the second half, and I think facilitated by the move to 3 defenders in the back on the Suburban side.
Chasson. Williams. Oof. Dodds blocked that one with the arm. Took a long time to make the call. More subs getting ready, and in they come. Helena Voss is coming in for Eden.
Eden had a really solid match out there. I thought she was very good for them and in the center of midfield.
Blinn is in for Hatcher.
So it appears to be 1-for-1 swaps in each of those spots. No change in the configurations.
Voss replacing number 10 Sarah Eden. For Suburban, into the game, number 59 Maddie Bullion replacing number 58 Bailey Hatcher.
It's almost Akpan and back. Chance for a shot. Bravo. Overran it just a little bit. Doherty clears. Chasson wins it. Bourdage, nice tackle. Lancaster and Williams. Walsh. Longley. Harnish. Runs into
Oh, very good.
Too many white shirts there.
That was good patient defending by the Winsloe Royals.
Hamill to James. Fisher. Jack. James. Daisy. Keeps possession. On a bit of a run again.
Doing what she wants to do is run at the players.
Dodds with the through ball. Nobody reading it. We're into the last 10 minutes. Will Suburban be able to record their second shutout of the weekend? Or have I now put the hex on them? Cleared by Voss. So Voss has gone into the defense now, and they've moved Hamill up into the midfield.
Mm-hmm.
Changui plays it to Voss. Gets it back. Down the line. Bourdage. Daisy.
And Changui has finished, just has kept going on the run.
Bourdage.
Oh, that's on
suspicion
there.
of
It
handball.
is. Very unlucky for Walsh there, but clearly a handball.
I don't think it was running through. Well, no, it would have been dangerous if she'd let it go.
Mm-hmm.
She did have to try to get something on it. Dodds was hovering with intent. Who's going to take it? Looks like Bodage is getting the ball. Let's put the net in the right place. Don't want any controversy.
There you go.
Sends the keeper the wrong way.
So inside of 5 minutes left in regular time, and we've got a 1-1 draw now. That's the first goal against, I think, this weekend for the Suburban team.
I put the hex on him.
You did. You mentioned it about a minute ago.
Ty coming back into the game for Suburban. So she typically plays defense, and they're bringing Longley off. It's sort of a midfield, offensive midfielder, I would say.
For Suburban, number 78, Emma Ty.
She's lining up to play a more advanced position.
Goal scored by number 14.
So I think Suburban's going to come out this game the last 10 minutes. They're not going to sit back and...
Yeah, they're going to look to secure the 3 points if they can, but their risk is if they push too hard, they could find themselves down 2-1.
Dodds down the line to Daisy.
It's that one-on-one that she was looking for.
Still going at it. Oh, I think that was going out for a goal kick. Deep throw. Daisy, back to Doherty. It's a decent cross in.
She was off, though.
But it doesn't matter then. Lancaster playing it short. What's he worried about? Oh, yes. Offside. Budage putting some pressure on again. Like Walsh. Back to Williams, puts a foot through it. Good decision. Well won by James.
You know, and she's had a terrific second half here. James has seen a lot of the ball, and she's really not put a foot wrong for the entire second half.
Harnish over the top towards Provo. Nice touch inside, but coming across is Voss.
Yeah, it's out for a corner.
The wind's coming right in the booth now. Left-footed in swinger. Right onto the keeper. Punches. Half cleared. Still danger. Harnish. Cuts inside. Nice little touch, but good defense. Tracking back. And that's a strong challenge.
Did she get a toe to it?
Yep. Oh, she's away. One-on-one.
Daisy's coming up full speed.
Cross is just in behind her, though.
Can she hit it?
Good block. I've been very impressed with Chasson this weekend. Very strong defender.
Yeah, there's a foul there. Let them off the hook a little bit.
Akpan. Harnish. All the way back.
Yeah, that's good work there by Lydia Hamill, just forcing her to go back, defending nicely in the midfield.
Jack comes through towards Summers, but Nachangwi got there first. She's had a strong game. Tie now with the throw-in. Fisher got the first touch away. Ball play back in the centre. James clears. Akpan. Harnish.
Looks like 1 minute of stoppage time from the fourth official. Got the word in on the headset.
He must have some place to be.
Mm-hmm.
Harnish. Voss elects to leave it for the keeper, which was a good decision. She sold it pretty well. I thought she was going for the clearance. Budage and Daisy, between the two of them, gather that in. Now Fisher. The Changui. Down the line for Budage. It's a little heavy,
It's
though.
going to be a little heavy for her. But I love the fact that they're pushing forward through into the final minute.
And still really moving, too. Like, it's the 90th minute of the game. And we're making these long sprints. Conditioning not a factor. Mind you, it's helped by the fact that it's cool out there. Yesterday, when it was 25, 26 degrees, might have been a little harder to do at this stage of the game. They might just actually trying to be keeping warm.
That's what you and I are doing. Well, as you mentioned, looking across at the bleachers on the other side, there's a lot of winter coats and blankets.
And that's game. So, late goal for the Royals, Winsloe Royals, to earn the tie with the Suburban team that led for most of that game.
And, you know, the second half was carried more so by the team from Prince Edward Island, and the Royals did a nice job of keeping the pressure on. And they got more players forward in the second half. In the first half, they were really behind the ball, all 11 players. And in the second half, they had more players forward, and that positive play is what resulted in the penalty.
They looked the fresher team.
Yeah, they sure did. They sure did.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us. And if you want to stick around for the guys' game, that should be starting at 3:15.
The game from Winsloe Charlottetown, scored a late PK to get a point for her team today. So tell me about the game from your side of things.
It was pretty good. The second half was way better. We kind of came out flat, but fixed a couple little things and tried a little bit harder. I think effort was the only thing missing. Long drive today, so it took a while, but got back into it.
Yeah, an early morning, I'm sure, to get on the road here to Fredericton today. So that's 2 ties now. You found yourself come back in both games to tie that team. So, good adjustments at halftime and efforts, right?
Yeah.
That's key. And then you're all done your university eligibility, and now you're getting an opportunity to play against players you played against in AUS. What's that mean to you to have an opportunity to keep playing at this high level?
It's awesome. It's nice to see lots of familiar faces, and I feel like a lot of us after COVID year, giving us a break, like we were all like eager to keep playing, and this is like an opportunity to like keep playing that high caliber soccer. And our team's awesome. All the teams are awesome, and I hope that we can, get something out of it, keep it going.
Awesome, for sure, and it's always fun to watch you play. You're everywhere, into everything, so it's good. Congrats on the PK and the point today. Thanks. See ya.